Member for Balmain.
Thank you very much, Mr Temporary Speaker. First, I'd like to thank the Leader of the House for allowing me to make a contribution to this debate. As a member for the Greens in this Parliament, I wanted to rise to make a contribution to this discussion because it is one of the most important issues that strikes at the very heart of this huge challenge which is facing so many communities across New South Wales, across Australia and internationally. How do we safeguard our land and water for the people and agricultural uses of New South Wales, and how do we generate energy for our state? I wanted to first of all acknowledge the apology and the acknowledgement by the member for Cessnock that Labor has a horrific record when it comes to coal seam gas. That their approach of handing out licences and the royalty holiday was one of the most disgraceful periods in gifting these licences with the most lax kind of consultation and involvement has led to so much stress in communities, heartache, and it's something that's been absolutely, such a burden on so many people. So before I start, of course, I want to acknowledge the supporters in the gallery, the Southern Highlands community, as we know, have rallied around this issue, protecting their homes and farms. And we know that the Southern Highlands is an area of such great value economically to New South Wales and, of course, of great beauty. Now, prior to the election, the government had to try to deal with the mess that had been left by the former government and to protect these lands. And at the heart of dealing with this issue has been the government's strategic land use policy. And the jury is still out, quite frankly, on whether that will be effective enough. Many of you know that the draft Aquifer Interference Policy Stage 1 has a huge loophole that exempts mining and gas projects, quote, general exemptions from the need to hold an aquifer interference approval in water sources that underline biophysical strategic agricultural land will be specified in the aquifer interference registration are as follows. 1. State significant mining and coal seam gas development proposals that have been granted either a gateway certificate or development consent under the EPA Act. So that leads an open door to these state significant mining and coal seam gas developments. And it's important that the government takes strong steps to make sure that this is dealt with. Of course, we Greens will be announcing our Responsible Mining, Protecting Land, Water and Communities Bill, and we will look to deliver what this government haven't delivered while they're still going through the process, and what the former government failed to do, which is introduce a clear no-go zone for mineral and gas exploration, mining and gas production. It's important that we also look at a paradigm shift when it comes to the exploitation of these non-renewable resources. There needs to be a focus on renewable energy, and this government has still failed to produce its renewable energy action plan. So there's a paradigm shift that needs to take place. The government's taking some steps, but the jury is still out. And of course, it's important that you continue to keep this campaign up, that we continue to make sure the government does the right thing on these issues and protects our precious land and water.
A discussion on the 10,000 signature petition